Hello everyone, welcome to the Ichimoku charts.com daily analysis for gold for Friday, September the 4th. Well, a big change of character for the market today. Following two previous very bullish days, we now have a day that's very indecisive and the bulls have made very little net progress on the day. If we look at the size of the body from the open to the close, it means that the bulls are really not applying a lot of upward momentum to this market at the moment. The close is only just above the previous close, and that tells us something about the keenness of the buyers, that even though they are keener than sellers, they're certainly not as keen as they were on the previous 2 days. If we compare the close of the previous candle to the previous close, and then that one to the previous close. So that keenness, as this first time frame uptrend has been moving on its way, has been waning with every movement up. Now today we still have a first time frame uptrend. We still have a higher high and a higher low. In bar chart terms, this is an inside day, and inside days represent indecision in this market. It means that this market's having a rest, that the bulls certainly don't have the strength that they had in the previous days. They're certainly not in the ascendancy. Unfortunately for the sellers, though, they're not showing any strength or any commitment to taking this market lower as well. So there is still a chance that this market will continue to the upside. It's really not very much of an answer to this very strong first time frame uptrend from the bears. We need to keep an eye on the high of the current candle and the previous candle. If that's taken out in a bullish manner, then the bulls will be making a very strong assault on the 1,000 level, and the 1,000 level is very important for this market. For the market to trade higher, and I think that the next level is 1,007, which is where the true resistance is around this area. We need a very solid bullish attack on this level. And then we require a solid close up above the 1,007 level for the market to attempt to trade up to 1,029. If the market fails to show any bullishness, then there is potential for the market to retrace part of this first time frame uptrend. Now, an interesting note is that the Kijun-sen here is almost flat, and it reflects the lack of upside momentum that the market now has. And when the Kijun-sen turns flat, it tends to be an attractor of price action. So there is a very strong chance that this market will retrace part of this first time frame upswing. The Tenkan-sen is pointing up fairly sharply still, reflecting this short-term upside momentum. And we know that in a very fast-moving uptrend will tend to act as an area of support. So there is a strong chance that the market will be attracted back down to this area as support. We also have potential support at the top of this zone of resistance at 971 that we identified, where we actually finally ended up having a nice close up above. So there's an area where the market might hold up and find support. So the low of the current candle becomes very important for this market for any downside pressure as well. If both of these levels, and if we do trade down into this previous resistance zone, then we have potential support down around the cloud or the Kumo, which is roughly around the 950 level. But the market, if it does trade off, then it will probably take a lot of work for the market to trade down into that area, and we should see support coming in before those areas.